It's one last ride for this squad, at least for this stage and this year, I suppose, as well. And on the side of Heretics, the pressure's off. If anything, I'm more concerned about what that means for this roster. And coming in, sure, they're fighting for that top seed, but second, well, there's some iterations that could favor them, even if they do end up there. And an unleashed Team Heretics could be a scary sight to witness already. 2 opening picks, grubinho down low, and this post plant not looking as strong as it was just seconds ago. Heretics ready to fire their way back through, but Wood has been tagged. He's the first man, right up close, just spotting them actually. Baiting out the crosshair, grubinho, who stepped in for 3. Oh, they're gonna wish they didn't take that fight now. Still a chance for KOI, and extended with benjyfishy down.
Leaves it on to just RieNs.
Is he going to go for it? Yeah, back yellow. All right, extending. They're committing to this play, at least for now. The spike is on the other side. This is all just a ruse to drag rotations, and it has done just that. 3 players on B, 1 on mid. RieNs might be forced into a retake on that A side.
Just spotted them. He just put it over the top, so he has the information. Kamo, though, is still winning the fight, even when on just 1 HP. And although the information is there, there wasn't a rotation back. It leaves very little support. Benji is now going to hear the remaining steps, and RieNs, with absolutely everything to do, has done a good job of at least slowing them down, making things a little bit more awkward, and he's even going to deny the plant.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, players have to push through this choke point now. Thrash even going to be used to clear the closer corners, get them that bit closer. The step out from Boo, a bit of an overextension, shut down and put to bed. It's grubinho with another 3K. That's now given them some real life in round number 3. I don't know if Shadow can retrieve a rifle. I think he can. And he has. He's got himself a Guardian. So now they're armed to the teeth and ready for this 1 versus 2. Spike planted in a good spot with the rotation coming in from grubinho. He'll be up on the belt. They've got a high-low setup for this duel, and RieNs is burning time, having to clear so many of these close, ratty angles.
Like he was waiting for the dart. It just about gets online, but it hasn't really helped him. He knows a peak will be coming, spots grubinho, but still doesn't know where that second player is going to be. And Shadow is just waiting for that stick to come. Camo's Blade Storm already popped. Timing is going to be absolutely everything. He's managed to dodge. Oh, I was going to say all the util, but it doesn't matter. Nice work from Kamo to bring things back. grubinho's gone down on the other side of the map, but RieNs falling means a decent amount of that utility is already gone. Now, we've seen Benji push up in the last few rounds. He's been trying to hold on to this control, catch rotations. It's something I feel like KOI should be aware of.
Well, the impact of grubinho early has been huge. There's the steps heard back towards B, and I think what we're going to see from KOI is a big struggle in getting out onto this site. The poison orb up for Boo, but that wall won't be going anywhere. With grubinho being the opening pick, you lose a lot of the abilities that are going to get you close to that site. I'm curious to see how KOI actually approach this, especially with the off-in play. Never mind, good shot by Kamo. But Boo does well, his second in the round, and a big conversion. That Blade Storm was causing them problems, but now Shadow down below. The wall bang brings it back to favorable territory. He's got to bail for just a moment, but he's recovered some of his abilities and the spike. They can reset with 20 seconds left.
I'm actually so angry this guy hasn't been using a dot crosshair for years. Why was he using that ugly, chunky monster all of that time? And now he's just hitting headies. Nonetheless, Benji's still standing. Shadow trying to do it all. He's going to have to flick back. So much padding the gap of their weak economy. That's the problem right now. Good flash, going to make things a little more awkward. A lot of damage done onto Shadow, but it's still Kamo again. Trade back, Viper's Pit. Benji was actually up behind them, but has opted to fall back just in case. And there isn't going to be a plant just yet. This means that it has to be a little bit more aggressive in the stance. Woot, though, looking to try and find something over the top. That's one of the main problems with this pit, is you need someone watching from behind, and that will be sheydos.
You've seen sheydos, yeah, have to go back and cover it. I think his turret was broken earlier, so his alarm bot's down, but they could still come from belt. That's a problem. And the brakes are pumped as they creep forward in this Viper's Pit. The problem is, it doesn't cover that much of sight. There's a good chance you're getting spammed down as soon as you try it. Shadow's the one with the spike. He has 8 HP. It's only a tap, but it's ambitious, and they haven't checked the top! What is that? He's still alive! Drawing breath for longer than he should have. A chance for KOI on the back of that. 3 versus 3, but the kills start to come in. The spike being tapped again. The spam's too strong. There's so little ground. Covered by it, but a chance for sheydos. He's out of time. He needs the kill, and Benji's just hiding away.
He just drops it. He's in the snow spot. I can't find it.
Oh, nice pick. Well, Benji might have survived the last round, but he's the first one down in this. That's the utility down and an ability for grubinho to sneak his way through. He's right past him, and he's going to want to forget about that.
Yeah, you know that one's going in the replay. I see you, EVS team. Already. RieNs at least brings the advantage back a little bit of post-plant from this position. Oh yeah, they're going to try and deny. Actually, he's tagged Camo. If he can get this hit, it would be nice because, again, there's still a man down. KO ult available. Also got the Thrash. Like, this post-plant's going to be tough.
The drones use them from so far back as well. You're really not getting a lot of information, but it's a good thing. No command comes out from starxo. No more abilities for Team Heretics. In goes Thrash. It's caught. That's it. They're late. They can still come out of this with the beauty in their hands. Woot. He's spotted in the corner, and what a shot that was. Straight down and out of the round. And Heretics under pressure. The lockdown is going to send them back to the spawn, and they're forced into a retake. Luckily, they have a lockdown of their own.
I don't think the util has connected. The fragment didn't land where it needed to, so they're not going to destroy it. Luckily, it doesn't seem to matter. MiniBoo's already won that initial fight. They have a lockdown of their own available, which will force these players back or force them forward. Shadow's going to go for the fight with the operator. Now, there should be a res unless someone's going to try and stick around. And in fact, 2 players are currently trying to stick around. They're almost guaranteed to get detained. This is an interesting strategy because now they can walk back into this site. The first one's free. starxo had no chance. The second one's free as well. This is one of the weirdest rounds I've seen in a long, long time. I assumed there was some sort of plan here, but they're now just all being picked apart. It's down to sheydos in a 1 versus 4. I am perplexed as to what the plan was.
Site control. And then lockdown to detain 2 teams. One of the best ults benjyfishy's ever had. And there's the shot from Woot. Connected off rip. Again, it's grubinho going down. If you're going to take it towards B, there's a lot of problems spawning from not having that man around.
That definitely makes things more difficult. And maybe if they can get themselves the Thrash, which seems to be the goal, MiniBoo's just been picked off from above. That's a huge kill to get them at least a little bit more space. And in the meantime, Camo's going to try and go walkabouts. Boo just almost swings on him, takes that fight. sheydos might be feeling a little bit nervous.
I downloaded it. I did hear that...
Console devs, you need a 360 no, sorry, that's me. You kind of want to keep some of that for the post plant. Grubinho's also used his, and yet to really clear out any of the players within the site. Camo leading the charge. Again, so good for those entries. Another comes up for grubinho, and as you can see, that Thrash has been rehashed. And at the back of the site, there is a player completely detained, but they haven't actually been able to deal with him. RieNs will live to fight another day, and that might be something they regret. 2 quick kills. Camo needs to hit the shot, and he does, but the trade is immediate. And now starxo, post-plant, does have himself a molly, but now needs to take the... Ready, swapping in. Oh, it's only ahead.
Here's his chance. Reveal. RieNs, it's gone up and in, and although it's not needed, Woot's already down. Traded out in the 1-for-1 fight, but that's enough. When you're 4 versus 3, when you've got a Hunter's Fury locked and loaded, can deny the plant, can get you back in, can cause a lot of problems, pushing the A side up against it as well. They are just waiting on the side of Heretics, allowing them in, and I think in just a moment, I'm curious to see, will we get the Hunter's Fury off tap? We will, yeah.
Well, unfortunate for little bro. He's not going to live to tell the tale, and even a tag onto Camo, which more importantly reveals his position. Having that little corner can be something that isn't cleared. Shock dart not far away. He's left on just 45 HP, but he will still be standing. Shadow going to go aggressive. And again, these trades from Heretics are always so quick. They don't allow for anyone to really get away with anything up until a sheydos. Now it's left on Taboo, and he won't land.
What is this, a Cypher count?
Yeah.
But yeah, for the side of KOI, defensively, they have that bit of control on mid. Now they go back out to clear it out. It's wide open, and they've realized why. It was a full play into the A site, plant down. Team Heretics leave MiniBoo on site, leave Woot up close. These are the guys you want to take those scrappy fights. Boo's there. In fact, they're all grouping up. They're getting ready to take this one as a team. Nay primed and ready, but caught with it in hand. That's 3 kills for the side of KOI, and they're right back into the retake.
Oh, Benji. He's up close, he's dead. There's no way you get out of that one alive, and he's even going to shoot the low bar. He's not going to get it.
The problem is, it's anti-flash from Woot.
Yep. Wow, he actually just turns and fights. I wondered if they were going to throw a Dizzy as well, because they could have double flashed
that. They could have.
And even retrieved one of them back. The swing from Boo doesn't really garner anything, but the ruse has not really been sold. 2 players still committed to either site. KOI confident, more so in their individual ability than that ability to trade, and well, the knife is definitely going to give the game away. Immediately, you're going to see the steps of sheydos look to move towards that side of the map. starxo not connecting, but Shadow's done well. Tagged desperately, though. And, well, not going to get out of there. A 2 versus 4 retake, definitely going to be tough, but as a bonus, they might just give it a go.
Yeah, I think you still roll the dice on this, especially someone's got to be calling that they've tagged Woot pretty low. I think the re-aggression from Camo up towards Nest was, it's a little bit much that late in the round to not have any information to throw through first, but again, it's an attempt at a stealthy play that hasn't quite worked out. These players tucked in, just waiting for the tap to come through. And from that point, there's going to be a lot of targets coming into your vision. Good luck to you, Grubinho. He's had a couple of 3Ks so far, but this time goes through, and that means they're going to keep on going, taking all that space towards the site.
It's an immediate retake setup. Like, there's already all 5 players outside of the site. Only goal is to delay. They're going to have themselves the mollies to try and slow that down as much as possible, and this is where Thrash will go in.
Now with 2 players down below, that's a big danger. Already caught one, but there's plenty here to provide support. It's awkward, and it ends up with KOI having a big advantage to work around. No spike plant even still. It's dropped way in the open, and benjy's going to go swinging into it, just like Boo did. Doesn't look like he'll fall just yet. These players tucked in, ready to swing on the contact, on the push forward. They might even give him a bit of space. 50 seconds left. He could run back if he wanted to. Instead, looking for the fights. And there it is. Nicely moving into bind. Flash, starxo swing, and players from further back and getting involved in the action, but the fights are still going to Heretics' second flash, and the swing cancelled before it even starts. Gorgeous stuff from benjy from far back. 4 versus 2, and now the world is Heretics' oyster. They can go wherever they want, group up, take the spike, and blast in. And even just pumping the brakes serves its purpose. KOI start to second guess if the hit's really coming in on B. For now, though, they're sitting tight.
Seems like grubinho is going to push up. RieNs is waiting. It was! That's a nasty shot. MiniBoo low, both players in the right place at the right time. There is an opportunity still to go back, but instead they're going to look to fight forward. The man they're up against, though, is a man they have to be careful of. sheydos in a 1 versus 3 scenario. Spike not yet planted. Don't really have a lot to clear him out. The knife, utilize a snake bite, could force him back, but they're almost just waiting. He's going to try and use this timing. The wall's gone down. Spots both players.
He'll even get a fake
run.
lockdown. Yeah, okay. All right, there it is. Fake lockdown put into play. This is to cause problems to get the lockdown out of the other side, but there it is. 2 players spotted. Information that this is not being committed to. And the peek out, it's a nice one from Camo, but he missed it. Saw it on the minimap, just barely allowing benjyfishy to thread the needle and get back towards his teammates. Fight on sight, sees Shadow tucked up. He can't get involved in these duels much as he wants to. The plan's being conceded and the wall will cover the fallback.
I think maybe they were hoping that that lockdown might be available here. Committed as a counter to the opponent. Now they have to try and just fight this one without those extra ultimates. sheydos not able to land that shot. In the passive positions, though, he does get one eventually. RieNs with a trade again, but it is KOI coming out on top here. That time is ticking, though, and a lot of low HP players. It has to be the swing. They're trying to clear an angle that no longer has anybody on it. First kill goes the way of Camo. Now the buy is not fantastic.
Nowhere to go. You see Grubinho, he realizes he's stuck, has to take the fight, and he will not stand for the late round. The plant instead coming through. Viper's Pit online, available. And I think going to be utilized from on top of the boxes. We see this quite a lot. There it is. That's a huge defensive tool for Heretics now as they look to lock down this spike for the late round.
They also left benjy aggressive. This spot has caught out Shadow.
Right, I think Vine coming up next.
Because they've attempted it. It's only for the fallback and what?
Still turret contact around mid. No opportunity to go for the flank. KOI instead. The bolster down the side defense and caught reloading. It's not the way to start. And Shadow down and out of the round. starxo, sheydos close by. Grubinho on the other side of the map. Someone needs to step it up. Best chances are when they're making their way through that choke point, but the shots don't land. Big problems brewing.
Like, it's just such a hard duel to win. And sure, he's been great, but it just seems so optimistic, especially when you have 2 players with flashes on that side. Holding this gun might be difficult, especially now. I think just caught the entirety of the team. Dart in an attempt to clear Camo. Just about escapes. Going to be tagged low on HP, but so far, so good. Side of Heretics, that plant needs to come through, and it will. They're not going to be able to deny it. All that utility not working out for them. Hunter's Fury preemptively used just to try and catch them on the way back in, and again, another tag hit.
Nice opening. Camo's on to Boo from up top. Shadow traded out of Lee's. Benji staying around for the fight. I mean, now we go back to the post plant. These players tucked in, not wanting to take fights, but Wu has no other choice. He's pushed out by utility. The snake bite brings him to the open. Denial of the defuse, and now they took away. On time alone, they should have it, and that shock dart might even confirm it. It does. Holding on to a thread of hope. Camo, Blade Storm active, up close, knifes in, but
extra angles he's going to be able to fight from. But that's why they've stacked up this side of the map. They know that this will be the tougher to hold. Peak looking like it could go through from Grubinho. Timing is perfect. Flash is even better. Leaves two completely blind, maybe even more. But more importantly, he's got two on the deck. Already, though, sheydos is going to start running back. In fact, the rotation is almost completely there. It seems like starxo just wanted to make sure there was an alert coming through mid, and now Grubinho is back in his trusty spot again.
Well, they still have the lockdown, still have nades, still have a snake bite. They can delay this plant by quite a bit.
30 seconds left.
Allow those rotations to come in from the rest of the squad. I was thinking starxo lobs his nade, but he's already on walkabouts. They still, I mean, yeah, they have nothing to protect their back, but I guess it's more time-based. You want to be grouped up. starxo makes the call to move back to site just at the right time. sheydos and Grubinho finding the fights. Here it is. They might have been broken-hearted before, but they'll avoid that recent heartbreak at least. 12 to 11. And just Woot to deal with it. It is a big task, I'll give you that. But a few big shots needed, and the Blade Storm won't find anything. A second lease of life, and finally connected. It might
they can close.
The series, they have 2 chances to do so. Moving out of Bath. Well, it's not gone well to start this off. Star Duelist down and out and trapped in the corner. Flashed up. Shadow didn't last long either. Grubinho falling back, picking them off as he does. He's making it doable. Already taken 3. He's on 100 HP still with Wu low, and he's got him as well. That's 4 kills for Grubinho. And Boo left to clutch this out. Last map, there was a pistol for Heretics, 5v3, it felt good, and it fell apart. Now, this is a little bit more ridiculous, all at the hands of one man. It could be an ace to kick off the map. It looks like it will be Grubinho.
Grubinho trying to make a case here. This was wonderful. The reposition after every single fight. Head spot that, okay, well, it's what they've normally been doing.
Straight into the site. RieNs doing well. That's 2 for him. Activated and shutting down the aggression, dropping Spike in the open. A bonus round that had a lot of good facets to it for KOI, but Grubinho stripped of shields and down to half HP, and he's got one through the wall. He's taken down RieNs. There is a chance, and with the shots this man has been hitting, I don't want to count them out just yet, but the real problem is getting to that Spike. They don't have anything really to help them get out. Grubinho's out of smokes. sheydos doesn't have any util past the wall that's on the other side of the map. I don't know how they're going to approach this.
Yeah, even just the time starting to tick down as well. It basically comes down to mistakes. Over peaks, risks taken, and well, you can see the spots that Heretics are in. The second any contact is made, first kill, immediate swing, and it all just
becomes... Been an okay start for KOI. Last round stalled out. Now a much more direct approach. Everybody coming in from long. It's a nasty fight that Benji comes out ahead in, and everyone else is trapped behind this wall, trapped behind the utility. Orbital Strike was used as well to slow this play, and, well, KOI, they're not able to do so. Heretics, again, have full control. Again, have Spike dropped through the choke point. And the wall even to protect
it's the same. It's basically the same as last round. Yeah, the Orbital Strike was used to kill off anybody that sat in the middle of the site, in the tube, but there was nobody there. So they're just able to move out the way. Everybody fell back, and then Benji managed to hold the ground and kill off Camo. So it's made things pretty awkward. This is going to have to be one hell of a disappearing act. And hey, he's got the movement to boot, although he's going to try and go back. At this point, there's not really any wrong answers to the question of how do we win this round, because the answer is you don't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's more so there's every answer is equally as incorrect, because you're not getting this one across the line. With 20 seconds left, I think they know that. The question is if they can carry these weapons through. With Grubinho 28 HP and tucked in that corner, he's going to have to hope none of this utility makes its way towards him and that the spams don't come in. Benji's caught him. Now they've lost that rifle for no chance of winning the round. Almost the same for sheydos. He might want to get out of here. The TP to save the day, but look at the position on the other side of the map.
MiniBoo again. He's definitely not deterred from just how aggressive they're being. It's the deadly duo of him and Wu. Interesting blast pack. Doesn't really...
He's gone over the bullets.
Yeah, he's dodging them in a different way to what we're used to. But I like the fact that they're putting that sort of early smoke in and then just trying to play through it using the haunt. It just creates a false sense of security, maybe even sells the idea that they're going for an orb, and instead it's a play to try and get them an early kill. In terms of the orbs, okay, MiniBoo is a couple away, Woot's one away as well, and there's a lot of ultimates on the KOI side that are close, but none of them are available for this round.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're not going to have anything to back them up. Now, Viper's Pit used on B blind as well. A lot of control, but it's not going to be solo held. We can see RieNs is still there. Now, they get information, at least one player outside of A. At what point does the rotation come in from Heretics? At what point do they look to stack up this A site? Obviously, the TP is a big concern. The KOI could always take it, but unlikely to with the Viper's Pit on the other side. Ult activated, flash through. Dizzy's good, but it hasn't caught MiniBoo in time. Woo! Resets after the blind for a double. Look there, Tom. Grubinho still double what everyone else together makes.
Nice.
It's been
not
tough
for them.
No, it's very much not nice for them. It's been a lot of rounds here where they're not getting a whole lot done. RieNs is back into the teleporter. Get a little safe haven. 20 HP on Camo as he blasts his way through to the site to meet with this push coming out of bat. Shadow's caught. He's the first to fall. The wrap around, spotted and taken down. It's a...
People die to like the spike and stuff. So
to
I
a blast
don't know, like,
pack.
yeah, blast pack. I reckon it's probably happened at some point. But again, just like a clean sweep. Woot as well. Normally there's a... Yeah.
That's perfect. I'm so sorry. There's a round happening. There's a round happening. Oh, wow, just the happiness and then the immediate frustration at the nade. I'm saving that one as a notification. All right. Well, KOI have done very well. They do have pistols. I've really been thrown off my game there. My goodness. They've got themselves the site control, ability to plant now, and, well, the showstopper stalled out by a flash, but it's going to have an opportunity, and it connects a little bit too well, in fact. A lot of damage done. Boo steps up to take down one, but he's on 2 HP. benjyfishy's close.
Lineups going in, even though sheydos knows that there's a player there. I guess he's got Grubinho to defend him, and now Boo looking for a 2 HP clutch.
Oh, no. It catches Heretics off guard. It puts them on the back foot, and that's what's been missing so far. It felt like they're a step ahead. Great utility usage. That was an assist as well, I believe, by the snake bite. There it is. The snake bite went down to catch them running out. If there was any more than one player there, that could have been a beautiful clip. Even still, opening duel, that's good enough.
That's the thing. I feel like this is... I'm going to give credit to Boo, even though I'm purely guessing. But I feel like the calls he has are so many just cool little set plays that they do. And a lot of them are towards showers at the moment. It seems like they're just denying that control in almost every single round, but also in a different way. Like, we've seen it multiple different times now of how they've shut down that control. And now with 40 seconds, look at where the players are. Look at where they are. They've shut down that control, and then they have just a stack ready on the other side of the map. Because, well, you're not in showers. You're not going to risk it. You've gone back the other way.
Left.
These B hits haven't worked at the best of times. Camo gets one and falls. We've seen this story before. And look, it's Benji holding down that side control. Now, if you're a KOI fan, you definitely don't like the ending to this one, unless Grubinho's got another big play with 10 seconds to plant this.
Benji's just taking the old peek. Wow. That can happen too.
Oh, that could be a beautiful piece of timing. Camo sneaking his way up. He's called for the whole team. 3 players at least coming with him, but Heretics doing much the same.
It's being pinged. KOI are definitely aware of this. It's a danger sign on that.
Okay, he gets his gun out. And if he walked up with smoke in hand, that could have been awkward. And they've caught a player pushing. You know, they might think that that's the most aggressive that they've gotten so far. It's a big opportunity. Although MiniBoo was spotted, that's a disaster. Oh, the element of surprise gone. The nade up close, just going to send them back. And I thought the wall would cover the retreat, but not quite this time.
Viper's been used, but MiniBoo's caught a timing on Shadow as well. This is looking messy. KOI could have fallen to just some good positioning, but in the end, I feel like they've fallen more so to their own mistakes. starxo is the one taking contact. They want to try and hold on to that pin. He's going to try and run through. Forced out position, but it's left to sheydos. The man you'd want in these sort of circumstances. First kill comes easy, and the second just...
There's no following up. I mean, at this point, you might as well, Thrash gets broken. It's probably better for them. Ult used, and that has caught the pinch completely. TP'd up players, dealt with, and Benji caught on his own. That is about as good of an opening as you can possibly imagine for KOI. And a 5v2 now. There have to be a number of mistakes for this to go the other way.
Walk into the firing squad. A great round from KOI. Patient, waiting for players to rotate. And while Woot is going to have to pull off a hero play once again, but they're sticking together. They're making sure that there's no easy fight for him to take. And they're making each of these competitive. Well, I don't think Heretics expected to run into fire as a TP. The other two players can commit more directly in towards the site. Woot's going to be the one under pressure. Okay, he's just been spammed through smoke. And now it is up to Benji. As said, he was waiting on this side of the map, waiting for somebody to come in for the play. First kill goes his way. He'll be able to deny the plant. That buys at least a little bit of extra time, but anything else is going to be difficult. Another one comes up, goes for a little more. He does bring starxo low. And now Boo, if he could catch a timing, he could at least turn this into a 1v2 scenario. The player coming in from behind, though, could be a bigger issue while not connecting those first shots. Look at this. He's stuck in a triangle.
And he doesn't know about one of them. That's the problem, right? The other two you guess, but grubinho, that is a blind side if ever I've seen one.
There's no
Luckily
way.
Avoids him on the pathing. It's at least a good start. Smoke's already gone, no smoking and diffusing. There's a nade still to work with as well. I mean, I don't know how he gets out of this one. Definitely not going to save, considering it's the last round, but he has to find these players, and they are nowhere to be found. The patience of KOI on full display. Nade to deny.
A bit of information. Now he has a lot of information, and that's actually going to be the move for the rest of the team to take space. They're going to try and hold on to this shower spot. Definitely not going to be easy, and well, that's not the start they were looking for.
Even trades, though. It's the planter now that has the advantage. Time ticking away. Lots of positions covered by them, and they're even taking a bit more control. Boo and MiniBoo, the brothers moving down to take everything around middle. Spot for those flanks coming through. And MiniBoo's contact is crucial here. He finds the first, not the shots. Oh, but the information comes at the cost of both lives. Now RieNs and benjyfishy, the ones that have to try to recover. Play up in heaven by starxo. Looks dangerous. benjyfishy exposed to it. The shots are all landing. And now they know where starxo is. This is so quickly turned on its head. It's all up to Benji. Flash on the right. Pick up of the weapon. starxo hunting him. 3 shots left. He needs to go for the reload, and the time already. 2 just yet. After that first. We don't want to let this one go. A little bit of control, but denial of any space towards lamps. That could be a problem. They go back in. Heretics want to fight for that control.
It looks like they've used the thrash, and it caught Boo, but there's no one even remotely close to actually deal anything off that. It is completely wasted, if anything. Like, yeah, I think it's just been pinged by the attack that there's a thrash just down on the floor. It seems like peculiar usage, and it would have been very beneficial to have that now.
Again, sometimes you get that a little bit too greedy, send it in too far. I like that. Woot bypasses the utility that was searching for him, and it might come back to get him in the end, but the damage is done. The pick has been found. The spray here from RieNs, it is wild, it is blind, and not finding a whole lot. Halfway diffused already. Molly denies any further from the wingman. MiniBoo up top.
Been missing a bit more on this map than the rest. An immediate thrash, and in fact, that's going to be the entirety of the A site already gone. A straight up retake being played, an immediate pinch. In fact, they've already taken full showers control. It looks like they're going to fight forward on the other side, and the timing couldn't be worse. There's at least going to be 1 kill coming up for sheydos, though. His position holds value, but they're trying to force him out. Either is going to get pinched from one side or the other. Anything here would be nice, but actually he's worked as a distraction. The rest of the team have taken the site, and they now have an advantage.
Oh, that's awkward as well. RieNs not hitting the shots, at least already. Having the molly land disables that diffuse. Gotten it half though. The pressure now on time-wise, and only one man standing. Don't seem to be him in a corner, catching players looking the other way. They are duels. They are people looking to take him down. And now, well, he's got a big player looking to eliminate him. Oh, dodged the knife. Well done by MiniBoo. He gets that rocket still late in the round. Blast pack out. Oh no! Blast pack in! Out. He's stuck and he's been dropped. Oh, that's a disaster. The mosh pit claiming a casualty. 5 versus 3 now for Team Heretics, and well, that went from a very good play to one that he's going to want to forget very quickly.
Round being lost to a blast pack. Grubinho on the other side knows how that feels.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to want to forget about that one as quickly as possible. Still, 3 players standing. The A site again left open, but it seems like this is more of a plan now from KOI. Okay, we play better together when we can go for those retakes rather than trying to challenge things individually. Boo's going to try and sell this as a bit more of a ruse, even intentionally getting caught by that knife. In the meantime, the rest of the team are looking to try and clear out whatever they can before going for the plant. The thing is, I think sheydos is getting very suspicious at this point. And while the Viper's pit, he's actually fired that on immediately, expecting it to be a far more standard plant. It is not that at all.
Okay, number 1 pet peeve. You have a pit down. Players pushing out of the pit, especially Vipers, to take the fights. I saw KOI do it earlier as well. I think there was some utility for like the push starxo out, but it was still a choice, left or right. He went right. I like what RieNs is doing though, staying up close. Yeah, the reveal, but he's already back. Oh, he's in danger, and they have to give up the control. Okay, so these players break through the pit, but getting onto the spike will be difficult. benjyfishy in the corner. He has to survive, has to run this deep into the round. Oh. Good damage, and these players are being decayed. The classic comes out, right clicks will be enough. They're trying to take him, but he's got him! sheydos, I mean, he's popped this pit, but you can't expect the same level of impact out of him. I mean, it's a tough act to follow. Benji's even picking up a kill on the other side. That sends them out! Outside the pit. Now, they didn't have information. They went for it. They rolled the dice. They gambled. Maybe flash next time. But they gambled, and it didn't work out. Well, kind of. They trade out, but the pit being on A, players stacked on that side of the map, and the numbers advantage for Team Heretics. Map is the same size. You got less players to defend it. And that means Grubinho is falling back. Was falling back. Now he's going out. He's a little curious.
Yeah, he's been their best player. If he can get a kill and fall back, that would be nice, but there's a bombardment of utility coming his way, and he's just going to try and slow them down as much as possible. Nice Molotov should deny, and it will, so it buys an extra few seconds, but the rest of the team is still very slow to make their move. Maybe still a little bit doubtful that they are going to be fully committing into this B site. The second time the spike is planted will be the giveaway. And now, well, sheydos is only just making his way onto the scene.
starxo 2 from up top, but it's sheydos who has the impact. Evening the numbers, not the HP though. starxo has his own ultimate to work with, but doesn't need it. Nice off angle, great kill. Nade through as well, could force RieNs forward. In fact, Grubinho was first into the fight, and when sheydos...
I guess when you have a showstopper as your entry point, my only worry is the orbital strike. Like, you're up against an ultimate that is incredibly good in post-plant scenarios. That could be problematic. Now, the Nightfall is going to force them back anyway.
MiniBoo's on the other side of the map. He's gone TPing behind them. He's caught Shadow. He's even burned up the showstopper, and now Camo's completely surrounded. This lurk from MiniBoo is absolutely gorgeous. It might only amount to 1 kill, but the play here for Heretics, they cast the net, and it has caught its prey. Now they've got to step in. KOI right into the hands of this Heretic side, waiting for some of these plays. In fact, they've just given up lamps at just the wrong moment. Look at the space filled in by Grubinho. He's been impressive, but he won't be this round. And that spray, so close, but those last few bullets went awry. Now it's too late. Too many players to eliminate on that attacking side. Too little time to do it. They'll send this out to try to save, but sheydos is about to encounter heavy resistance. They're hunting him down, not letting him. I'd love to see Grubinho rocking a rifle after the performance he's had, but well, he's the backup, and he's the first to fall. 27 HP left on Woot. And he goes out for more. Okay, sheydos equalizes things at least, but here's the problem. Heretics, you gotta deal with Boo and RieNs. They have two big ultimates online. This man in particular, if he's allowed to survive the orbital strike and come into play, but he doesn't know there's another player. It's an easy kill for Shadow and followed up onto with MiniBoo. Only RieNs. Trash doesn't find what it needs. This is a huge risk, and MiniBoo's got the perfect weapon for it. This could be a disaster, but luckily he's not looking the right way. Trying to hide the gun. They still saw him in time. A little closer than he was expecting them to be, but that is understandable.
If he was looking the right way, they lose their whole team. It's a 50-50, which when you have a better buy is definitely a gamble, but it's worked out for them this time. Post plant. Still looking possible. Woot wanting to try and take the fight, but obviously an outlaw, you kind of want to be holding the angles more so than peeking into them. He's going to send Benji in first. Now they're all coming in from the same position. They're looking to just play this one as a unit, which could work out for them, but could give opportunities for a couple of these kills to be traded out. The problem is they've lost pretty much all of the ground. A couple of low players. Woot still having to play these closer angles. Actually, orbital strike going to be committed. It will slow them down at least a little bit, but still in a good spot for this retake. Throwing in all of that utility just to try and delay them a little bit more. Benji's come up with a couple. It gets dangerous, and now Woot left in the clutch to try and turn it around. He might just have done enough. I think the time's already too far gone. He has the classic to close it, but it doesn't even matter. There's just no time for sheydos. And the back.
If we had more time, we would have figured it out.
One more game. One more opportunity. Benji under pressure, but he's got the full support of his squad coming in already. Nice start for sheydos, but they've kind of been shut out. A lot of players stuck behind the cage. The one who isn't is Kamo, though. He's done well, giving them an advantage. I think they've also put the cam on the spike as well. So the second he taps it, the cam's just going to ping him up. They'll know exactly where he is already, managing to get it to half though. Buys a little bit of extra time. He's just trying to ignore the cam and almost try and bait them into that fight. Finally, the camera is gone, but he hasn't taken the pin out anyway. It doesn't make that much of a difference in the end.
You were holding a stun for it, but instead dry contact. MiniBoo not able to hit the shot to start with, but that's the information. Jet's on her way. Smoke down from Omen as well. Lots of players here. Shield activated. Woot's ready for a fight. Won't be granted one just yet. With the smoke up, they fall back, and that might count the shield out of the battle altogether.
That's the main thing now. A lot of a shorter time frame for you to get something done with the shield, and once it's gone, there's no getting it back. A couple of kills does absolutely nothing. Shadow's position is a valuable one. It's whether anybody actually clears this fully, and it doesn't look like they're going to.
No, that's a huge late round play for Shadow. All the teammates on site need to do is slow down this push. sheydos does well to find the first utility to pull them out into the open on long, but Kamo's still to be rooted from the site. He's a menace right now, and that's allowing Shadow to come through. Only good for the one. This has come very close in the end, the reveal. Oh, what a shot by RieNs. Still a chance. The side of KOI might have to spam through the smokes, and RieNs is just body blocking it, guarding it, and well, he might go down, but it looks like the spike's already diffused right under their nose. Heretics have found it. That's two to not the ace. It's only grubinho that's eaten well tonight. KOI dashing in towards the site. A lot of space taken by Kamo. A lot of damage done with the spams too. Boo barely holding on to life. Oh, and the shock dart chasing them down. A little bit of extra damage to RieNs, and Boo, 8 HP. Gonna wrap around to the other side. A big battle about to go down. Kamo's pushing in. The first player very low. The second, oh, he's not expecting it. The timing works out eventually.
Yeah, they have to play a bit more passive. Rolling Thunder gonna make things tougher. Forcing them back already. Aftershock buys a bit of time. MiniBoo comes flying, but there's still another player to deal with. They're trying to get players to peak, but that one-way disruptive. Like you want
again the patience of KOI. They're not looking to overextend into these fights. Shield already broken. Woot stuck up close, and all they have to do is deal with the players further away. I'm not sure it's worth committing to now with the smoke down, though. It's a big risk.
It's just not enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, obviously the shield is huge for the ult.
They got 18 seconds. They're walking into a stack site.
Pick up the pace. Stun has kept them back as well. MiniBoo stun again. 10 seconds. Flash goes through. It's behind most of the players. They know MiniBoo's here, but dealing with them is a different story! 3 kills! And the round is put to bed by MiniBoo. They didn't have much to work with in this round, but...
There's going to be risks taken. Already a flying start with Shadow down.
Here.
Not even really sure where he died.
Did it come up that it was a wall bang? Because it
did.
Yeah, okay, so that was straight through the window. It goes for the left side wall
through the
from Boo's
window
perspective.
and through the wall?
Well, no, actually the window was the wall. It was the wall
okay.
of the window. So it didn't go through both, unfortunately, but, you know, close enough.
I like that song.
Keep going.
Oh, already.
Got the words.
But yeah, sweat drips down my something. Nonetheless, Camo up close. Blade Storm, he's already vulnerable, but he doesn't care. First shot connected. And actually looks to go a little bit further. Gonna try and stick into the corner. They don't have a paranoia to play with, but already leading the charge will be MiniBoo. Again, left vulnerable. Just gonna have to try and retreat on this one. There isn't a flank coming through, all from the same angle. Sheydos does well, in fact.
Players like that. Warming up to playing on the stage, the team they're in as well. I think KOI's identity shift certainly help out. benjyfishy, well, he is in trouble. Backside under heavy pressure. Here come the reinforcements, although they fall immediately. RieNs is down. Benji, well, in a little bit of trouble here will be Woot, actually, who's pulled into the ultimate and hitting the shot. Gorgeous stuff. His ult used well to catch starxo off, remove breach utility, remove a lot of what they want to pack a punch on that second part of the execute to C. But KOI have managed to slip away, grab themselves a plant on B, question mark? I mean, we've seen the rotations to A. Post plants have been strong there, but they don't have the information that it's clear.
Yeah, they used the Hunter's Fury just to bring this round back a little bit, but it doesn't mean they don't have it for the post plant. Grubinho's one way is something that they definitely have to be wary of, but it's 10 seconds before he'll get another smoke, so that will fade. In the meantime, though, Heretics are using this time. They're trying to clear out those backlines positions, and especially for Shadow, that's going to make things pretty rough. It's going to be left onto Grubinho. 1 versus 3. He's expecting a player.
They're leaving the site, leaving Boo to do everything. He spotted them. A bit of a jump scare. He didn't think they were that close already. The shield's activated and straight through, but Camo deals with 2. Gorgeous work. And now Heretics are locked out. 5 versus 2 retake on A. I don't know how they're going to approach this.
Even delaying a little bit to make sure those ultimate orbs can come online. And again, it seems like, and then still lost. So it's really not shying away from the fight. I think that's the biggest thing. Nice work from Boo. That's Shadow going to be gone from this round. And I'll be interested to see how they react. It seems like the defense have gambled. They have sent everybody back over to this A site, leaving Benji with a lot of global utility that's going to be able to cover off either of the remaining sites. It's whether or not KOI can sort of find the gap. The cam on B is only going to give him the info. It's not going to slow them down. It seems like Grubinho is now trying to sell the idea that that's the direction they're going in.
Good tag. Grubinho's not going to be doing too much. But the information, look at it. Yeah, Heretics are 3 players towards Akon. The blind is good. Used up by the attacker, used up by Grubinho to keep them back on B. The problem is, with 15 seconds left, that Spike better hightail it into the B site for a plant, and there's 3 players stood by and ready. Flash is going to be used to get him across, and straight into the corner for the plant. Looks like he's just about got it on timing. starxo wants to create an opportunity. He's staying close, but he misses the shots. Oh, it's a disaster. Still able to fully buy. No ultimates for either team. It's a more vanilla round. And they've spotted RieNs. They know he's on the back of this site. The Flash hasn't caught them either. I mean, the teammates are going to need to flood in, and Woot has done that. MiniBoo, even quicker on the scene. That's 3 kills for him. He has single-handedly slowed and stopped the push with sheydos on half, and bullets whizzing past his head. There's a minute on the clock, but a 1 versus 4.
Just be
when they move to the attack now, a chance to extend that further, to equalize things, and that's a big gap. Camo able to make it that close undetected, but MiniBoo, nice corner. Oh, we're back and forth. It's hard to track, but it is for KOI as well. There's fights across the map, and they've lost A control. Now looking only to move to C, which is left wide open, but a 4 versus 3. Good position for Heretics, realistically, especially with KOI having nothing to watch their back.
A single kill for Benji would reveal the rest, but you've also got the overdrive available. Camo's actually going to try and make a move now, but they're watching for it. They're ready for it, and the knives are not connected. He doesn't have a gun as backup. It's a classic on 5 HP. If he gets a kill from here, I'd be impressed. The Rolling Thunder is going to be the main difference maker. Can they set this up? Rolling Thunder there immediately, and it is going to push the board already, though. The paranoia for counter is enough. Dodging the utility. Boo holding the line, and even still, only 2 players now to try and hold on. Nice shot, at least from starxo. That's going to give them something, a chance. And Shadow up above is a bit of a peculiar spot, if anything. He's found another. They don't expect him above, and starxo's actually doing it all, running into the smoke. Piece of utility. Shadow. Yeah. Oh, he actually wins. What? He got away with 2 while being flashed up. They even used a paranoia to kill him off. Well, you talked about having an early deficit. I'm sorry, Mitch, it's not happened.
Yeah, well, that means KOI are going to lose the round from what I've seen, Tom. They needed a 2-man disadvantage right now. But in all seriousness, great work. I think Woot didn't activate the shield going around the corner. They thought the flash would be enough, and to be honest, the flash should have been enough. Pretty unbelievable performance.
Oh, there at least should have been a trade, right?
For sure.
Him getting away with 2 is impressive. A lot of utility, almost wasted. But now it comes down to those clutch scenarios. As I said, we've seen most of these seemingly go in the other direction. RieNs set up with a stun. Benji down below. The counter stun's perfect, though. sheydos clinical. Make sure this doesn't go too far out of control. RieNs, though, has other ideas. He's going to go down and one. Not change. This would be their first defeat in Split 2. At the very end. It'll be the first time they've lost after a fairly, I guess, mid-first split. Yeah. They have looked unstoppable ever since. Oh, MiniBoo still going strong. That is so risky from grubinho. Wanted to try and capitalize, ends up handing a gun over. It's worked out for Woot as well. This time the shield works for him. Now we're looking at Camo and Shadow. They might not have let the last round slip, but they've got to try and stop this one from slipping away as well.
Like the reveal, it's good, but 2 players up close. Dealing with them is going to be a different story. Cloudburst to try to give a little extra cover, but
somebody walks into a trip and then sheydos is going to, hopefully for them, find a kill through it. But for now, it doesn't look like it's gone to plan. A retake from here is definitely not going to be easy, especially considering they've already used their paranoia. So it's only going to be that breach util.
Yeah, and all traps were put on the A site. It opens the door for Benji's lurk. Now he has given it up, but it's in the back of KOI's mind. They'll be a little quicker going through for this play, and already lost 1 up top. The rotation through from benjyfishy going to take a moment, but they have all their bases covered on the site itself, and KOI are already starting to back away. Doesn't look like they want to get involved anymore, and especially with a post-plant rolling thunder from RieNs, this just doesn't seem like a round that's worth laying down these weapons, laying down the shields that you have too, for an opportunity that isn't really beckoning. We're looking at an 8-8 scoreline. The question is, how many weapons can KOI save? 1 player already stuck in the corner. Stun does not land. Woot resetting a few times in this fight, and it's dangerous. But eventually, it seems like this contact is going to come in very quickly. 1 trap on the site. No one close by to do anything. So even if it does catch a player, it's not going to serve all too much of a purpose. Eventually, it is destroyed. Shield again for Woot. Avoided. Fortunately for MiniBoo, he didn't have a shield of his own.
Yeah, spamming that is definitely risky, but it's done a lot. Rolling Thunder available, but I think he's waiting for his teammates to fall back a little bit. Instead, they're going forward. Woot's got 1. He's already going to take another into the fray to look to battle, and RieNs wins another fight, but Woot loses his in the ult. It leaves this all on to Boo. Spamming from afar, needs to land some of these shots. He's not going.
Almost an early loss. Grubinho lucky to be alive.
Oh, there's so much utility being put in to try and kill Boo, and that's exactly what they've done. The rest of the team, however, have gone forward. And whoa, again, it's another scenario where Woot has the shield, but it just achieves nothing. They're so ready just going for that second headshot. Already, a 3 versus 5, a kill needed, but there are a few tagged up players that could cause issues for KOI.
Grubinho, he threw out the paranoia from Garage, and now is looking to late lurk around. There is a cam. I think it spotted him. Yeah, he's got to run away. Heretics have full control over site now. Good knowledge of where at least one of these players is, and they're moving out to clear the angles. You can see MiniBoo waiting for the garage walkout and a late wrap back around. RieNs, well, he's waiting for the very same thing. Looks like we're about to see Grubinho walk straight into him. Free kill, stun in, spams. They're close, and he's even spotted the player now. No way to continue that defuse, but it's gotten to half. A chance perhaps for KOI. The body block. Oh, the shot from RieNs is perfect. The early round, the shield turret used by ISO to get them down on A long, while the shield of his own is used for nothing. Tanking another shot from Camo that's followed up on quickly, but the trade is there. And the follow-through is massive. MiniBoo. You know what? I said I was waiting to see someone with the Neon Odin, and he might not have given me a great debut of it, but...
The Nodin.
I don't like that. But he's at least tried it, and you got to give him props for that. Grubinho, 49 HP, but the TP, he's caught Boo off. Boo wasn't looking. He had utility out a moment ago, but the timing is perfect. And now sheydos in a familiar situation. I feel like this guy has played a...
I saw the beginning of the round.
And they have lit Boo down to 20. His response, use the ultimate, TP into heaven, and then cancel, causing some chaos in the lines of KOI. starxo, though, still tucked in on the back of the site, and he doesn't think there's another close. A big mistake. Camo can't go for the dash through. Surely this is just defensive for once the cage goes down, but the flash is good, and the dash was gone. sheydos. Again, you know what? He's used to this. He's been here before. Time to save a weapon because he's against insurmountable odds. He's at least caught one, but now they know where he is.
It seems like he's been out of the action every single time. He has his setup on one side and they go the other direction. Benji wants to take this gun out of his hands. Well, Benji has 8,000 credits. So if anything, he has absolutely nothing to lose other than maybe a little bit of pride. And while Blue
straight in, he's getting aggressive. It's an upgraded. Oh, what, you hate this? The slide, 100% accuracy, slides out of the game now, but he's got a lot of bullets to work with. And you thought MiniBoo was scary with a few bullets? What about a few hundred?
He only had 91 left, so he definitely needed a reload.
It's important. There. It's important. Every bullet counts.
Maybe with your aim. Either way, it's going to be a 5v5 retake. Ultimate available as well for Wu. The Odin gets absolutely nothing.
No, it did
as
damage.
Expected.
It did damage.
Already. The 1v1's going to be everything, and in fact, it's now just on to Benji. Rolling Thunder will take him. As said, there's been a lot of rough rounds for them that have slipped away. Again, they've started off with a kill on Taboo. Grubinho wants to get this spot on. He's waiting for the contact. And it is a very good paranoia. Tries to commit. RieNs, again, somehow manages to make this one competitive. And Benji left, tagged up. Hunter's Fury online. For him to win this would be incredibly impressive. He's just going to try and full sprint, gain himself the spike. And that is what he's done. But the remaining players, they're just looking to try and play this one together. And he has no idea. But both of them actually might now.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is they both popped their neural theft, so they had the information, close recon, clearing it out, but he was on the angle. benjyfishy a chance to close this lengthy series out here, and